Welcome to The Explainer. We often hear these David versus Goliath stories in business, right? But what happens when David decides to, well, join Goliath? Today, we're going to break down a major healthcare acquisition in Los Angeles to really understand the strategy, the ambition, and the real-world impact when a corporate powerhouse makes a move. I mean, it's a story you've probably seen play out in your own town. The national chain comes in, and the local favorite suddenly has a new name over the door. We're going to use this specific deal in LA as a case study to pull back the curtain on the playbook for this exact kind of corporate expansion. All right, so let's get right into it. The main event we're looking at is the acquisition of Reliant Immediate Care's assets in California by Concentra, which is a huge name in occupational health here in the US. And let's be clear, this was no random shopping spree. This was a targeted move. A surgical strike, really. Instead of building from scratch, Concentra strategically absorbed an existing, trusted local network to instantly deepen their roots in the massive Los Angeles market. Okay, so to really get what's going on here, you gotta know who the players are. And it's a classic setup, the national giant and the hometown hero. So, on one side, you've got Concentra. They're the big dogs, the undisputed leader across the country. And then on the other side, you have Reliant Immediate Care. They're the ones who built their name right there in California, earning trust patient by patient. So this isn't just about buying buildings, it's about fusing that massive national scale with some really valuable local know-how. Okay, let's zoom in a bit. What did this acquisition actually look like on the ground in Los Angeles? Where did the signs literally change on the doors? Yeah, this table lays it all out pretty clearly. 3 of Reliant's spots, the one near LAX, the one in downtown LA, and the one in Montebello, are now flying the Concentra flag. And check out this smart move. The Huntington Park Clinic, they didn't just rebrand it, they closed it and merged its operations into a Concentra center that was already nearby. That's all about efficiency, right? Making their presence denser and stronger. Now, you might be thinking, okay, it's an LA thing. But that's where you'd miss the real story. This move isn't just a one-off. It's one piece of a much, much bigger national puzzle. So let's pull the camera way back for a second, just to get a sense of the scale we are dealing with here. Because to really understand Concentra's game plan, you have to see just how massive their operation really is. Okay, let's just run through the numbers. First up, Concentra has over 600 of these occupational health centers. And that massive network, it stretches across 47 states. So pretty much anywhere that major business gets done in the US, they are there. So what does all that add up to? Well, on any given day, their clinics see over 50,000 patients. I mean, just let that sink in. That is like the entire population of a small city getting care from them every single day. That's the kind of scale we're talking about. And you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to what Concentra's Senior VP, Dr. Kathy Lay, said. She's not talking about buying buildings. She's talking about buying a reputation. The whole idea is to take that trust Reliant built up locally and plug it right into Concentra's superpowered national network. So for our last section, let's bring it all back home, back to LA. What does this big corporate strategy actually mean for the businesses and the employees who used to go to these clinics? Well, the biggest and most immediate change for everyone involved is a huge expansion in what these clinics can actually do. This is where you see the power of that big national network kick in. So what's new on the list of services? So now, these rebranded clinics can offer the whole shebang. We're talking everything from standard work injury care and physical therapy all the way to those specialized DOT physicals for drivers and even pre-placement exams. Plus, and this is a big one, they get access to Concentra's telemed platform. It basically turns these locations into a genuine one-stop shop for employers. And that leaves us with the big question, right? The one this whole deal really shines a light on. If you're a successful local business, what's the better move? Do you take the buyout and become part of this giant machine? Or do you try to go it alone and compete with a titan that just keeps getting bigger? It's a huge dilemma in business today, and there's definitely no easy answer.